Hey,
I love it.
Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. Or,
yeah, matter of fact, we're gonna loop in a second.
Yeah. So our last episode got pulled off of Spotify because they said we're using copywritten music. You know, our intro music and our outro music, they said we're copyrighted. But I assure everyone it is royalty free.
Oh shoot.
And the website owners, the music owners, it says right on their website that you can use their music and I'm gonna give them credit. It's Creator Mix. I think it's creatormix.com or something like that. I'm going to give them credit, and I'm going to give them credit in our show notes as well going forward. I don't know if this episode is going to make it on Spotify or not.
We'll find out.
We have appealed to get our last episode back up on Spotify. Worst case scenario, I'll have to edit it out, the intro and the outro. But we have the license to use that music, so it's kind of frustrating to have to do this song and dance with Spotify. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll keep you all informed. We're still going to do our intro and outro and all that good stuff. So
all that fun jazz.
All right. I want to mention some additions to our last episode. So last episode, we talked about Kilian winning all 3 of the 200s in the Triple Crown. That Destination Trail Destination Trail puts on. After we recorded, I did find out a few more things. And one is that Kilian Korth, not only did he win all 3 of the Triple Crown 200 races, he set the Triple Crown record, which was formerly held by Michael McKnight in 2019 of 161 hours and 20 minutes and 10 seconds cumulative over the 3 races. And Kilian Korth set the record, and his time was 156 hours, 30 minutes and 20 seconds. So he did take almost 5 minutes off of the previous Triple Crown record, which is pretty close if you think about it, over three 200 plus mile races. Also, the women's Triple Crown record was set. Manu Vilaseca from Brazil, she set the Triple Crown record by more than 29 hours.
Golly days. That's an ass kicking on a record.
Yeah. Her cumulative time was 201 hours and 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And the previous record was set 7 years ago by Jessica Picari in 2018. Her time was 230 hours, 24 minutes and 21 seconds. So congrats to Kilian and Manu for setting those Triple Crown records. No easy feat.
No.
All right. Let's jump into some race results, starting with the IAU World 24-Hour Championships in Albi, France, that Cole was at with Team USA. And so the course they ran on was a 0.93 mile loop. There was 366 athletes from 45 countries. And Sarah Webster from Great Britain set a women's 24-hour world record, 173.1 miles. And then for the men, I know, it's just insane to think about. For the men, Andriy Tkachuk from Ukraine, and I'm really sorry if I mispronounced that name, he won the 24-hour overall, and men 182.898 miles. That's not a record, but it's impressive nonetheless. So, and then for the team competitions, Finland won the team's won the men's team race. France was second and Poland was third. And then for the women, Great Britain was first, no doubt to the help of Sarah Webster's world record. And Australia was second, Japan was third. Cole was crushing it for a while. He did mention on Strava. I haven't seen anything from him. We haven't communicated with him yet, but he mentioned on Strava that everything was going to plan until his body locked up. So
it's going to plan until it wasn't going to plan.
That's right. But regardless, he ended up with 103 miles, which is still great effort if your body's locked up.
Yeah.
And if you go to the results page on the 24-hour, you can actually look at people's splits by lap, by 0.39 mile lap, which is pretty cool to see. You can kind of see he was laying down lots of great laps, and then he had like kind of a bad one, and then a few decent ones.
Yeah.
And, you can kind of see like the progression of where
kind of
like started going sideways.
The wheels falling off, if you will.
Absolutely. But we're definitely proud of Cole for representing the U.S. and he trained his ass off. So he should be very proud of what he accomplished this year. All right, we have a Biggs Backyard Ultra update. This is the individual world championships. And for those of you who don't know, Biggs, that's Laz's backyard race. They alternate every year, right? So this year is the individual world championships where all the runners from all the countries go to Laz's house and run in his backyard. And then in the even years, so next year, 2026, it'll be the world team championships. So the teams of, I think, made up of like 15 people, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so big.
Yeah, each country will run their team will run in their respective country.
Yeah.
So this is the year where it's the individuals and everybody's in Laz's backyard. As of right now, and this started, I think, like Saturday, right? And this is Wednesday night, and these mofos are still out there running.
Well, four mofos.
That's right. 4 mofos. And 2 of the 4 are American. We got Harvey Lewis and John Knoll. And Phil Gore is still going, and he is the current backyard record holder. And so they're on lap 109. That's 454.16 miles. The world record is 119 laps. So these 4, 2 of them have finished that lap, it looks like. But if all 4 of these guys finish this lap 109, then they're like 10 laps away from tying the world record. So it'll be awesome to see how this shakes out.
Interesting side note on records. 109, the lap that they just finished, or the lap they are finishing, 109 is the U.S. national record. So you have 2 Americans who just set the new U.S. or tied the U.S. record. And then the other thing that's kind of neat about this is it tells you what each person's best is. Anyway, so like you said, the world record is 119, which, as we said, is Phil Gore's. So Phil Gore's on there with 119 as his best. Everyone else, though, Ivo needs to do 1 more loop. And then outside of that, everybody except for Phil is in uncharted waters.
Yeah.
So it's getting ready to get real for a handful of people here in a couple seconds.
Yeah, all great points. It's been exciting to follow. And I do want to give a mention to Sarah Perry. She set the women's backyard ultra record. And I think her previous record was, or her previous amount was 59 yards.
Yep.
And now she did 95 yards.
95.
So from 59 to 95. So that's the women's backyard ultra record, 95 laps. These are 4.167 mile loops, and you have to do them every hour, and you have to be in the starting corral on the hour, at the top of the hour, or else you're disqualified. Megan Eckert, who is the former backyard ultra record holder for the women, she also competed in Big's individual championships, and she made it 92 yards or laps this year. So, but congrats to Sarah Perry for setting the women's backyard record. And who knows, we might see a overall and men's record go down here in the next day or so.
Yeah, quite a while. Yeah.
Well, 10 laps would, that would be 10 hours. So maybe tomorrow we'll see a record.
The race, I think you were trying to do the math in your head when you said I just scrolled up. It says the race began 7 a.m. Central on Saturday the 18th.
Yep.
So they've been going all day Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
109 hours.
Basically all day Wednesday. So they've been going 5 full days almost.
Man.
God bless.
Yeah, that's hard. That's insane, because the most you could even sleep would be, let's say you finish let's see what they're finishing at now. Average loop for Phil Gore, the record holder, is 46 minutes and 45 seconds. That's the average.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had some faster loops at the beginning.
I'm quite positive it's going down. Yeah.
Yeah. So sleep time is less than 10 minutes.
Actually, this is a pretty good website that they have up right now. Because like you said, it gives you the average, but it also tells you what the last loop was. So his last loop was 2 minutes off his average. But then you look like Harvey. Harvey is like only 6 seconds off his average. You can see Ivo starting to slip a little bit. John is starting to slip a little bit. But Harvey's the closest to maintaining the average.
Yeah. Yep. It's interesting.
Why is your saying show 2? What you do?
Well, I did a filter.
I
did a filter, and then something happened. There we go. Well, now they're in the opposite rank order, but so I don't understand what this column is, though. NATREC, is that national record?
Yeah. That's why I made that comment earlier. That's how I knew the national record for the U.S. was 109.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
I'm not smart, dude. I'm not smart. I just put shit together real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome, man. Big's backyard is exciting, and it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. We'll probably share the story on Instagram, and we'll talk about it next week. Mines of Spain was Saturday. This is Mines of Spain 100 in Dubuque, Iowa. We talked about this quite a bit last year. Tiffany Troina won for the women in 22 hours and 16 minutes. Nick Pryor won for the men in 19 hours and 10 minutes. Also, Uwharrie was over the weekend. Uwharrie 100. It's a Central North Carolina classic, around 19,000 feet of climbing, which is pretty stout for North Carolina. Yeah. Well, I guess you could get up into the Smokies area. There's some huge climbing there, but
and what's interesting, like you said, this is Central, so this is like east of Charlotte. You know what I mean? Like pretty east of Charlotte. And so it's funny. I didn't even realize there was that. Like, You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was this many hills like in central North Carolina, but like I've looked at the pictures, it's got some climbing in it.
Yeah, for sure. And Chris Merson won in 22 hours and 21 minutes, and Tammy Sari won for the women, or Sari, in 31 hours and 43 minutes. Also, Diagonale Fous was over the weekend, and the French. So Diagonale Fous is on that Reunion Island, which is owned by France, but it's like really far west of Africa, out in the middle of absolute nowhere. It takes 12 hours to fly there from France. So
that's so wild.
But that is one of the hardest 100 milers in the world. You got Hard Rock, UTMB, and Diagonale Fous are like, three of the tougher 100 milers. And Diagonale Fous is like probably the most technical out of those three. French men took the first four spots, and Baptiste Chazange won, and he led the entire race, and he won in 23:31, which is really fast for that course. And just 3 weeks ago, he ran in the Trail World Championships in the long trail race, so where he got 11th, and it was like loaded with talent. So he showed up. Yannick Noel was second for the men, 24:27. Aurelien Pelaz, Aurelien, who former winner of Hard Rock, by the way, was third in 25 hours and 13 minutes. And Ludo,
good old Ludo,
President Ludo, they're calling him, was fourth in 25 hours and 30 minutes. So Ludo ran Hard Rock and won. He ran UTMB and he was sixth. And then he runs Diagonale Fous and he gets fourth place. Like, that is insane to run those three races all in the same calendar year and do that well. So hats off to Ludo. He represents us middle-aged folks.
Yeah.
Maybe a little beyond middle-aged.
Yeah.
Maybe we're young Gen Xers, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then a women's race, Blandine, she went out there and she won by 5 hours. Blandine Hirondelle from France. Her time was 27 hours, 26 minutes. And she ran CCC at UTMB races, and she was fourth there. So she's coming off of that. And then Manon Campano from France was second, 32:33, and Anne Champagne, 33:01 for third place. That was Diagonale Fous. And let's check in on the Chinmoy, which
the race that just never ends. Crazy.
Yeah, the 3,100 miler, where they run 18 hours a day around a half-mile block in Queens. You have 52 days to complete it. And we have several finishers. Andrea Marcado ended up finishing and winning not long after our last recording. We expected that. So he won, and Vasu Dashivi got second. And let's see. I think Daniela Bohila was first for the women, and she finished today. So
nice.
Unless it doesn't distinguish between males and female, unless one of these other finishers. Oh yeah, Danielle Bohila interview after the race. Yeah, so I'm thinking she's got first for the women. So, yep, on the last day. So congrats to them. Sri Chinmoy, holy crap. What a race.
I wonder what the entry fee is for that race.
I'm not sure, but Cole mentioned it was like really hard to
Super hard
get
to get. Yeah,
into. So,
yeah, super interesting.
yep. All right. Let's jump into the FKTs. And one interesting thing was not only did Kilian do this amazing feat of like 72 14ers and all this stuff in 3 different states and all self-powered, by the way. And not only did he do that, he set a few FKTs along the way. And
That's so crazy.
Yep. So the one FKT that he did set was the California 14ers. And this is the Norman's 13 plus one more. It's down in the Southern Sierra. And he's in the self-powered category. He did male supported 6 days, 6 hours, and 49 minutes, which is about 16 hours quicker than the second place for that one. He also set Norman's 13, which is part of that California 14ers route. Norman's 13 is 13 very difficult 14,000 foot peaks, including some like class 5 scrambling and rock climbing.
Yeah.
And he did it in 2 days and 8 hours and 11 minutes, which crushed the previous male supported record by Jason Hardrath of 3 days, 2 hours, and 22 minutes. So, yeah, confirmation Kilian is superhuman.
Fucking Billy Goat.
Yeah. Also, we had an FKT on the Wildwood Trail in Oregon. This is a 27.4 mile route through Forest Park, which is one of the biggest urban parks in America. And Wildwood Trail is really nice, lush trail. I've been on parts of it when I ran it was Trail Factor 50K. Now it's the Stumptown 50K. Very nice trail.
Jen and I hiked quite a bit of it not quite, but Jen and I hiked some of it when we were in Portland, as a matter of fact, too.
Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah. I didn't know that you went out to Forest Park. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And looks like Liam Meirow set the male. Well, it says he's in the female unsupported category, but I did confirm through a few different places that he is male. So I think FKT or fastestknowntime.com put him in the wrong category. But it is, regardless, it is a male unsupported FKT, 3 hours and 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Yeah, I looked at the pictures from Liam's post. And I'm like, that's interesting. So I went to like Ultra Sign Up, and he's, in the men's category for all the races he's done. So anyway, all right, let's jump into the news. Moving right along here. We'll maybe give an update on the Triple Crown attempt that Nick Gagnon is doing right now. We'll give an update on that next week. The Triple Crown, it doesn't go quickly because it's this is a Triple Crown of through hikes, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
PCT, Continental Divide, and Appalachian Trail. And last we checked, he was like halfway through Continental Divide, which is the toughest of them, I think. So we'll check in on him next week, see how he's doing. But we're going to dive into some news right now. Remi Bonnet. Remi is a really fast, short distance trail and mountain runner. And, he competes in the trail, like the Golden Trail World Series events, and does really well. He's usually podium in all those. He actually won the World Mountain Running Championships uphill race just a few weeks ago. He just went to Switzerland, and in Foley, Switzerland, to do a vertical kilometer race I don't know if it was actually, I think it was a race, or it was just a world record attempt. No, I think it's it was some Red Bull thing or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, he goes out there and he sets a world vertical kilometer record. So a vertical kilometer is 3,280 feet of climbing. So it doesn't matter how long what the distance is. It's just you have to get to that amount of climbing.
Yeah.
And this course in Fully, Switzerland is 1.24 miles. That's 3,280 feet of climbing in 1.24 miles. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
Another way to think about it, I think when you hear the kilometer version of it, it's even weirder. So it's 1 kilometer of climb, right? Over 2 kilometers. So you are climbing. I mean, you're quite literally climbing. You know what I mean? Like, you're running 2 kilometers, but you're going up 1 kilometer. Like it is.
It does. Like, it did say that it's an average of a 52% grade.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, the video on Instagram, that if you're watching on YouTube with us, the video is bonkers. Like, that shit's steep as fuck.
And not only that, like, it's so steep that helmets are required. Like, he had to wear a helmet on this.
That part's so fucking funny.
Dude, I imagine though, if you just like trip or something.
Once you start going down,
oh my God, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
He did use poles, but yeah, he set the record in 27 minutes and 21 seconds. It's just
2
insane.
kilometers.
It's insane. Also in the news, Courtney Dauwalter, we mentioned last episode that she ran the Twin Cities Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed it so much, in fact, that she's decided to jump into the California International Marathon, CIM, in December. And she wants to see what she can do with a little bit more time to train. So she did really well at that Twin Cities Marathon. And she was top. I think she was 6th or 7th for the women out of
that's so fucking crazy.
Out of tens, like thousands of runners.
Because she ran Chicago also, right?
I'm not sure if she did.
I thought she ran another marathon.
She did Twin Cities.
Yeah, I could have swore she ran a different one also, or maybe not. Maybe I'm.
Well, CIM is. It's known to be a fast marathon. I believe it's like, perfect conditions for being fast. Might even be like net downhill. I'm not sure, but yeah. So she's going to train harder for it. And she's going to go out there, and we'll see if she can get it done. See if she can win the marathon.
Someone did comment on her Instagram post. This is a slippery slope. Next thing you know, you'll be wearing short shorts, or worse, the Speedo.
Yep. Yeah, I think she commented on that just with like an icon of some shorts. Yeah, she's hilarious.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I hope she does. I hope this isn't like a weird, like, slow bowing away from the ultra world. You know what I mean? Like, I hope this isn't like just a slow, like, stepping back into the bush kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but think about this. If it was that, it's always the opposite. It's always always like the super fast marathoners like Des Linden transition into the trail and ultra. Trail and ultra world. But Courtney's like just showing how her range is, she can do it all. So I hope she's not stepping out of the ultra world. Like, I think she's just having fun with a different format. So, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into 3Ts. We are
Hey, I do have some breaking news real fast.
okay. Let's hear it.
This weekend coming up, like we're going to release, like we're recording tonight is Wednesday night, what, the 22nd, I think, or some shit like that. This weekend coming up, if I'm not mistaken, is No Business, correct? I'm pretty positive. If you're listening to our podcast, or if you're listening to us and you're heading to No Business this weekend, I did see a post to beware. There is also a truck show going on in Jamestown, Tennessee this weekend. So Jamestown, Tennessee, not being very big, like when No Business shows up, it floods that little city. So factor in a truck show and that ultra. Folks, get to that Walmart ASAP because it is going to be picked over like a mofo. That little town is going to get smacked. Imagine the combination of weirdos, truck show people, and then ultra runners. What a barrage.
That will be interesting. And I looked it up, and No Business is this weekend.
Yeah. So all right. So
good public service announcement, Johnny.
Heads up. If you're heading down to No Biz, be ready to run into
in Jamestown, Tennessee.
Jamestown, population of 4, like or whatever. You know what I mean? There is a great little coffee shop there, though.
Yeah, I know. Both of us had run Dark Sky 50.
Yeah.
And it still existed in different years.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not much going on in Jamestown.
No.
Nice little area, but
yeah.
Also this weekend is I think it's Javelina. Javelina's this weekend. So
you're right. Yes.
We have a golden ticket race coming up. And that's, of course, live streamed, Aravaipa. That'd be a fun one to follow and tune in.
Yeah.
So
the 3Ts.
Yeah.
T. This is kind of an interesting one.
Tips, tricks, and thoughts.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. I think I have a relatively simplistic answer, actually, because...
So the topic is, what is a race format that you have never tried but want to try?
And why? So, I've done everything from 50K to 200 miler. So none of those could be included. I have done a timed race, but when we did the timed race, me, Chad Baxendale, and Jonathan Flores did it as a team. We did it as a 3-person relay. So I think a race concept that I'd want to do would probably just be a really nice, simple trail 24-hour loop that is 1 mile or greater. Like if I could find like a 1.03 loop or something like that, I think a 24-hour race would be quote unquote fun to do. And here's why, to answer the back half of that question. I think it'd be kind of fun to be able to not really run with any gear. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if this would be the worst idea of my life, but I only know if I'd run with water, to be honest with you. I think I'd just have like water set up somewhere and just come by. I mean, let's be honest. If you're on the back half of a 1 mile loop and you get thirsty, I mean, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Like, you'll be there in 10 minutes. Shut up. You know what I mean?
I did a that 6 hour the 6 hour race in Crissy Field in San Francisco, and it was like a 1 mile loop.
Yeah.
And I kept my water bottle on the table.
Yeah.
And like every time I would come off a loop, I'd grab my water bottle and just be like squeeze it. You know,
just take a quick. But so I think it'd be interesting to do a 1 mile loop. I just think it'd be interesting to not have to run with anything. I think it'd be interesting to be able to just like sit, you know what I mean, and not feel the pressure of the clock. Although it is a time race, but you're not feeling cutoff pressure. You know what I mean? And then last but not least, here's my other reason is I feel like my perception is most of the 24-hour races are relatively flat, right? So I feel like at this point in my life, if I was ever going to get a sub 24, I need it to be something flat. I need it to be something flat and something uber controlled. And I feel like the best way you want to get a controlled environment is on that course where you just can like just rip them and you can really dial down. Like you can get really granular with like your pace. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and so those are all the things that kind of go into my head. Like I would love,
And
like,
not on pavement, like
yeah,
even better.
and not on pavement. Like I
You're not
love
on a
the
track.
fact, yeah, I love the fact that Pete Griggs went down to Yeti. I love that he went down to Yeti, and like I fuck a 24-hour. Like I think that dude busted out like a
22 something.
Yeah, I think he's in like the 22-hour range or something like that.
Yeah.
And like it, but even that he is like, dude, my hamstring or my
your hip flexors.
He said his hip flexors were fucking rock.
Oh yeah,
that thing,
dude.
So all those reasons are my reasons.
In that 6 hour that I did, and I'm not used to running flat, like ever. And my hip flexors were destroyed in that 6 hour race. So it's something that you do have to train for.
Yeah.
You do have to do flat running.
I was saying, you've got to put that track work in for a race like that, I bet.
Yep. Yeah, his time was 22:17 at Yeti. So I agree with you. I'm really like interested in the 24-hour format, and I put a link. I put a link into the chat of this race that's actually going on Saturday. That originally I was going to do this weekend in Virginia with Jessica's cousin Joe that you met in Oregon. He's doing it with Frozen Ed Furtaw. Frozen Ed from Barkley Lower, who's he's friends with. And anyway, this one is like a 1 mile loop, and it's not paved. It's flat. This would be perfect for that 24-hour. I have done timed events before. I did a 6 hour, and then I did this friendly 4 hour a couple of years in Michigan that just this guy put on. It wasn't like an official event, you know. It was just kind of like he put up some pieces of paper on the tree, and like you just mark a thing next to your name after every like 3 mile lap, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna go a little different with my final answer, and I'm more interested in the last person standing type events. Like the backyard does intrigue me. But I think what even intrigues me a little more than the backyard is something like the mid-state mile. And I think that's the race. Is that the one where you have 20 minutes to do that mile with like 300 feet of climbing?
I kind of remember it, but I cannot think of what that is.
Yeah. Yep. It's called the Mid-State Mile, and that's in Franklin, Tennessee. And it's a 1 mile loop, and I believe there's like 300 feet of climbing or close to it. Let's see how much climbing in the Mid-State Mile. There's actually a really good YouTube video about the Mid-State Mile. 340 feet of climbing per loop, actually. There's 2 climbs with fast runnable sections between them and an easy downhill section. So I know I can't like do first place or whatever, but I wouldn't mind like going out there and just seeing how long I could hang on, or trying a backyard ultra, maybe at a flatter backyard.
Yeah.
Um,
Here is, so now that we're swapping back and forth 24-hour runs, that one that you sent me, Green Springs 24, looks cool.
yeah.
But here's the one that grabs my attention. The
New
hamster wheel up in New Hampshire. The hamster wheel grabs my attention, and this is a funny reason. The fucking 24-hour buckle you get is fucking dope.
Oh, I actually like the look of that course, like a big old gravel road or something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't like, and like, you know, because why, you know, it being on
it's November 1st.
Yeah, so it can be cold up in New Hampshire, but look at the scoring thing that they use on ultra running. Like, it talks about that rates the trail and everything like that. Elevation rating 1, flat or nearly flat.
Yeah.
Surface rating 1.
Oh,
Paved are very smooth.
This is like a 3.97 mile loop.
Yeah. So it's a little bit bigger. It's just a scooch over 5K.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you know, like the 3.99.
Wait.
It's an out and back. It sounds like
when you start, you go 1.55 each. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, each loop is an out and back. Or, yeah, I get you.
It is weird. Like, I don't quite. I'd have to see, but like, all I know is it is flat and it is smooth.
Yeah, man. I would really like to do a 24-hour race like that. And I was disappointed it didn't work out for that Green Springs. I've just had a lot going on this year.
Yeah.
And it's probably better in the long run that I didn't sign up for it. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in that format, and I'm interested in the last person standing format. I haven't done either of those formats. So,
hey, how do I share? How do I pop my little screen up? What do I need to do? Do I do present an invite, or what do I do?
Yeah, present an invite. Then
present or invite, right?
Yep. And then share screen.
All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen.
Then you got to add to state. I'll add it.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that buckle.
Looks like a little hamster in a tank top and like some sweats or something, or like a jogging outfit, maybe with a headband.
The hamster has a headband. It has a running singlet on. It kind of looks like it might have tattoos, supposedly, but it's in a running singlet with a headband. But here's the thing, folks: the eyes of the hamster is red. Yeah,
that's cool.
Like, that thing is now. It also, I did just notice this on this buckle. The hamster does have a mighty massive moose knuckle, but I mean, the other thing that's kind of cool is, like, up in the mountains, how it says hamster wheel up in the mountains is kind of cool.
Yeah,
like that. It's just a cool buckle. So anywho,
it is cool.
So a last man standing would be super dope. The only reason that last man standing is not great for me is I would not last very long, I don't think.
Yeah, that's the downside. You couldn't rest in between.
Yeah.
Like, I know I would be up against it. Like, I'd be finishing with like 30 seconds to get back in the corral. You know,
right.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, 340 feet of climbing in 1 mile is, if you're doing it over and over, that's tough.
Yeah. So, all right.
Well, let's play the music that's going to get us kicked off Spotify to take us out of here. But thanks everyone for listening. We're if you notice the show's a little shorter, we're gonna try to start reducing the amount of time for the podcast so we can deliver the news and stuff more efficiently. Maybe try to get a few more folks to start tuning in. But we do appreciate all of our diehard listeners out there. The few and the proud.
Absolutely.
But yeah, hit us up on social media. Give us a like, give us a share, whatever. Give us a comment. Yep. But we appreciate y'all. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you next one. Thanks, everybody.